Hello everyone, welcome to this Instagram Live. I'm super grateful to invite these amazing intimacy coaches to join us today. Andrea Kozbar and Lucia Gabriela, who along with Ricky Kaminsky from Inhale Miami have created Turn on Miami, which is coming June 3rd, Saturday. And we're going to be talking today about Tantra, BDSM, Kink, fetishes. At Inhale Miami on June 3rd, this Saturday, I'm going to be leading a sensual sound healing experience for people that want to learn more about Tantra, sacred touch, Tantra massage. These are all beautiful opportunities for Miami to learn more and be exposed to amazing facilitators, not just of Tantra, but also of Kink, BDSM, and erotic eating. So I have amazing people joining me right now, and I'm super excited because this evening we're gonna, on June 3rd, and you can just go to my Instagram bio link and register with the code ALVALOVE10 to receive an hour session with me one-on-one as a bonus for using that code ALVALOVE10 if you register today for Turn on Miami. So just reach out to me after the live if you want more information. I'm really excited about this event from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Saturday at Inhale Miami. People are gonna get a beautiful experience of erotic art. There's gonna be musicians there, Tantra practitioners, intimacy, sex coaches, coaches that are educated on how to be more present and embodied and connected to your sexual energy in a healthy and supportive environment. And so I have with me two amazing coaches that are coming on now. So I'm just gonna wait here to see their invites. Hold on. Yeah. And if you have any questions about Tantra, go ahead and just write on the chat. I'm just going to invite Lucia and Andrea. And everything, of course, with patience, we get to create so much beauty. I'm really passionate about Tantra, and I'll just wait till they join us here. I have also a background in physical therapy, and I'm really grateful because I learned a lot about the biomechanics of orgasm and the pelvic floor. And I work with men and women and couples, teaching them about how to get connected to their sexual, erotic, sacred body temple, which a lot of us have had trauma, like myself. 1 out of every 4 women, they say, in the United States. Hi, Lucia. And so I am super excited to welcome everyone. Welcome, Lucia Gabriela, amazing sex and intimacy coach. And she's also the founder of the Sol y Luna Tantra Festival that I was posting about I think it was like a month and a half ago, where I got to teach aquatic Tantra naked for the first time.
Yay!
And it was so awesome. I still have yet to see those pictures. I'm waiting on those pictures. I can't wait to see them.
Yes.
And Turn on Miami is coming. So I was just telling everyone about this awesome event at Inhale Miami that's going to happen for the second time around in Miami at Inhale Miami. And I asked Lucia, who is one of the founders of this movement, Turn on Miami, along with other amazing programs. And yeah, I'm just really grateful to have you here. And hopefully Andrea will be joining us soon too. And I'd love to just have you share to my tribe a little bit about what inspired you with Turn on Miami, this particular event, because I know you have a ton of other things we could talk about. We're going to keep it specific to this event on Saturday, June 3rd at Inhale Miami, everybody. So take a listen here.
Yeah, so appreciate you, Michelle. So actually, this is our 4th Turn on Miami. We did two. We did 2 back in 2019, before the pandemic hit. Actually, the We did one in 2019 and one in 2020, literally 5 days before they closed everything down, the shut down everything. That was the last turn on Miami before the pandemic. And then 3 years go by, and then Ricky and I were like, we're ready to do it again. So Turn on Miami is, put it this way, is a platter where you can come and experience and explore sacred sexuality practices in all the way from like sound healing, sensual, like sensorial activation with sound and smell, essential oils, right? Like we're activating those. I'm getting get wet now here. And we also have, tantric practices, erotic eating, and we have also all the way to conscious kink BDSM, sensual domination, candle play, candle wax play, electrical plays, impact play demos, and things like that. So it is pretty much, I'm getting wet now. So it is pretty much a fusion of tantric practices, and this fusion, not fusion of tantric practices, but this fusion of sacred sexuality practices for individuals and couples to feel safe and comfortable to explore different aspects of the senses, of the erotic energy, of the sensuality. And to answer your question, what inspired me to do this is pretty much, there's so many events out there, as Ricky and I would talk about. There's so many events out there, and sometimes it feels that, um, you know, it's not rare, but you have to find those places where you can actually feel safe to explore yourself, and learn practical element and things around intimacy and sensuality and sexuality with people who are professionals, right? So there are not too many events like ours. And yeah, we started it years ago, and we continue doing it. And I feel like we have a need, like there's a need in our community. And I feel like we've been working the area of Florida for the past, I would say I've been working the area of Florida for the past 9 years. And in Miami, we have been coming together, facilitators and practitioners coming together. And I feel like we have like a very nice, beautiful, close community now. I feel like, all this event that we come together where we bring in more facilitators, it brings a community. It brings community. And that's pretty much my passion, even with Soli Luna and any other productions that I do, is it's building community. It's so easy to go to so many events. But now it's like, once you become part of Turn on Miami, you become part of a community that we're here for you.
Yeah. And honestly, for me, I love being a part of it because the work that I do is very healing, very much about going within, but I also, teach a lot, educate a lot about the body. And I love how I'm very different in the group. And then there's other people that are artists, dancers, kink, practitioners, Tantra kink, which you've created. And so there's such a diverse background of people, men and women facilitators, so that people can really have a diverse array of exposure to different types of Tantra, different types of kink, and also in a safe environment. Because sometimes people say to me, are we going to be naked? Is there going to be an orgy? And so there's amazing boundaries that are set. There's guidelines. I'm going to welcome also Andrea into this chat before we go further. So because people, you can feel really safe in this space and get exposed to so many beautiful, healing, magical experiences. And speaking of magical, let me introduce Andrea to the group, who's going to be sharing with us her erotic eating, erotic sensual play at the Turn on Miami. So I'd love to take this opportunity to thank you both for being on this Instagram Live with me. And everyone, in case you missed it, we're talking about Turn on Miami, this beautiful event on Saturday at Inhale Miami. This starts at 8 p.m. till 1 a.m., June 3rd. And you can get all the information at my Instagram bio link. And if you use the code ALVALOVE10, you get a free 1-hour Tantra session with me if you register today. So I just want to give a shout out. You are ready to receive this night and ready to receive a deeper dive. Today's the day to do it. This event is for men and women. Everyone is welcome. And I'd love if each of you can share a little bit about what you're going to be sharing on this night. I'm going to be offering sound healing, sensual touch, sacred touch, and these tantric experiences during the sound healing experience with aphrodisiac oils. And Lucia or Andrea, maybe Andrea wants to introduce herself now, and this awesome, beautiful play that you're going to be sharing with us on Saturday. Love to hear more about it.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Michelle. I am super excited to not only bring a really delicious experience to our event, but also a healing one. So many of us have our own stories and backgrounds of how food makes us feel, and sometimes we just rush and consume without really taking the time to be present and to incorporate all of our senses. Now, what if we did both of those things in addition to explore on our edge with partners who have built a consensual and boundary supportive container? And what happens also have the sensory experiences around us to also enhance our experience. So it's a holistic experience altogether. And as a holistic sex and intimacy coach, I'm really diving into how to make oral delight even more delicious, even more pleasurable. And then, of course, with everything also happening, Lucia, you've got your domination station. You're going to be bringing in tools and bringing people together to also activate their bodies.
Yes. Well, what I'm bringing, it's like I'm bringing like a mini dungeon into the space, right? Bringing a mini dungeon to the space. And it's pretty much about like helping people to be educated, understand a little bit about conscious kink BDSM. There's so many misconceptions about Tantra and Kink BDSM to begin with. One of the misconceptions about Tantra and Kink BDSM is that it's all about sex, and it's not, right? Like the 90%, 99% of the journey of Tantra and Kink BDSM is about deep discovery within yourself, transformation from within, alchemy, healing. It's a spiritual path for so many of us. And then it can enhance your intimacy. It can enhance your sexuality. It can enhance that for sure. Because we're tapping the core, we're addressing the core, we're healing the core issues that are blocking us from our intimacy. So when it comes to conscious kink BDSM, it's the invitation for people to actually witness kink BDSM in a way that is profound, that is fun, that is transformational, that is healing, that is not traumatizing like so many people think it is, or is not domineering like some people think it is. It's like, oh, or just like even like about the power dynamic where people think that it's just one person has the power and everybody else doesn't. Nothing of that. It's about educating our community. This is one of the things I'm doing. We're creating all these experiences, creating these events, these productions, and creating the opportunity for people to really relearn and be educated around Tantra and Kink BDSM, of what is available and what is possible. When we actually take the sex out of the equation, there's like an infinity of healing and growth and orgasmic energy that can move. And then that orgasmic sexual, physical experience is enhanced like a 10 times fold, right? It's like when you engage with erotic eating, when you engage with sound healing, when you engage with giving yourself permission, because all of these is sensorial, as you can talk about, like Michelle doing all the essential oils and the sound healing. It's activating your amygdala, right? Activating your emotional brain. It's activating all these senses in your brain. It also start sending messages to your brain about, awakening, right? Awakening of the senses. And then when you engage with erotic eating, then you are engaging with like pausing, taking the time to really taste and to start activating all the, all the glands of the salivatory glands, and also at the same time bringing the body into homeostasis. And then when we start engaging with any kind of like somatic experience, which can be a tantric touch, a tantra massage, tantra, Thai tantra, anything like involving touch or anything that involves moving the body. And Kink BDSM is one of that somatic. It's a somatic practice. And, when you engage with different props, different tools, it's mostly all about like the energy that you are, and that you are the master of those. Ooh, look at you, Michelle. She got them. Oh my God. When I met Michelle, tell about your journey when you just met me, like when you came to Tantra Kink. When I met Michelle, she did not have any flag on her house. Were you muted?
I wanted to say that I was raised Catholic, so my mom didn't talk to me about flogging. I didn't even know what the word flogging meant. And so it's thanks to Lucia that introduced me to not be afraid. And I wound up being a dominatrix costume for Halloween. I want you to know, Lucia, that was all you, with my thigh highs and my, fishnet stockings. So it's so much fun to play these roles that you can't, you could go to Target with those thigh highs, but it's really fun for me. I had so much fun. And so it was interesting because people were watching me wearing the black leather and kind of like, wait a minute, Michelle's all about love. And I'm walking around with this,
It is love.
And then,
it's all love.
And then people were like sticking their butts out for me to give them a little spanky. And I just love that, because I love that about myself, that I was open thanks to you, Lucia, because I have to say, you created that safe environment where I could confront my Catholic upbringing, that voice inside that was saying, you can't do that, that's a sin, or that's Satan, and so I'm really grateful that I went into this area, and then I'm a part of Inhale Miami, because it's so much fun. So that's why I wanted you on here, both of you, to kind of like show people that you can have a healthy, playful, deeply healing, and the thing is too, that those dark emotions that come up, a lot of times it's because we've had trauma. And so in this environment, you may get triggered, but here we are to hug you and love on you and be a support for you, where you could confront all those beautiful triggering opportunities that this event could provide. And it's really fun. We're going to do body art. If you can share too about the cake. There was an activity like
cake feeding.
Cake eating, cake feeding.
Okay, so I just want to point out something that you just brought up. Many of our practitioners have a trauma-informed. Like, I come from a trauma-informed background, and one of the things that in all the event and productions that I engage and I collaborate with others, we invite all the facilitators to get some training and some education to be trauma-informed. So Turn On Miami, it is a trauma-informed environment where we actually understand that everybody that walk into the space is someone that at some level in their life have experienced different type of trauma. It could be emotional, physical, mental, sexual, spiritual, or even energetic. So we're talking about the multidimensional aspect of ourselves, and we may have experienced at some time in our life, we may have experienced some trauma. And by us being aware that, 99% of the population, 99.9% of the population have experienced trauma, the intention of our facilitators and actors of production is to create a space where we actually understand that you as a person, as a guest, you may have some trauma in your life, and we want to be mindful and conscious, and we want to be caring and compassionate. And also we want to be compassionate in the sense of that everybody is at different stages of their life, and everybody is in different emotional masters in their life. Sometimes I still when Michelle talk about triggers, sometimes I still get the trigger, the trigger would trigger the shit out of me, and all of a sudden I'm like, if my darkness comes into the surface. But you know, a trigger is a great opportunity, for us to,
We love them
yeah,
in
we love
Tantra.
triggers.
Yes,
If you're not trigger, if you're not getting
you're not
trigger in your life,
alive.
you're not fucking alive. You're not getting trigger. You're like, something is there that is numbing you, right? It's great. Triggers, we celebrate triggers. So if you know, so experiences like Turn On Miami, it's going to trigger some people. It's going to make people feel like, you know, it's going to be uncomfortable sometimes. It may be like, or maybe liberating for so many of us. You know, Turn On Miami is definitely going to be a liberating experience for so many of us. And you know, so for you to understand that, we know that some people are going to be like, what is this? And all of a sudden, little by little, because of the space that we continue with the container that we're creating, they feel a little looser and they feel a little safer. They feel more comfortable. They see, you know, we want to make sure that you are being seen, heard, understood, and that and that we comprehend you where you're coming from. That nothing is going to happen to you without your consent. Consent is real in all spaces. So that's going to be one of the things that you're going to hear me. If you're joining us with Michelle Code, you're joining us this Saturday, you're going to hear me talking for 20 minutes about the core foundations that you need to know to have a fucking amazing, incredible experience at Turn On Miami. So now what we're going to have, we have different stations. So we talk about Michelle station that's going to be the sound healing, the essential oils. Andrea's station is all about erotic eating. I have the station of the central domination, where I have like now 3 facilitators under me that are going to be doing demos and teaching people, helping people with aspect of candle play, electrical play, impact play, you know, helping people to surrender. Then we're going to also have what we call like Tantra games. We have a Tantra games, which is very popular. It's like a very fun experience with singles and couples. We also have the stations for Thai Tantra. I think something like that, about the
Thai
the
massage.
Thai massage. But it's like Thai Tantra massage or something like that, like helping people to teach them how the different aspect of how Tantra can be used as a somatic practice through body work. Um,
Yes.
so we have we also have some vendors and we have performers. So one of the performers that we have is going to be a pole dance. We're going to have a pole dance performance. Also, we're going to have a fire dance performer. And also the final, what Michelle was talking about, is the cake sitting.
Cake
And
sitting.
yeah,
Cake sitting.
cake sitting. And it's going to be such a
I hope
fun,
it's vegan,
it's vegan. It's gonna be like a
gluten
fun
free.
performance. And yeah, like Melissa is gonna be doing that performance, and it's gonna be incredible, and it's gonna be messy at the same time, but it's gonna be fun. And I think that we're gonna have some cupcakes for other couples and people to like smash on each other as part of the performance, something like that. So, you know, Turn On Miami is meant to be fun and at the same time safe and educational. Safety comes first, fun, and educational,
And
right?
very sensorial. So
Yes.
a lot of us are numbed out. I know for me, I was very checked out most of my life. So I feel like with this magical, it's going into this magical journey of through the senses, sense of touch, taste, smell. With Andrea, you know, the erotic eating, the mouth is so connected to our genitals.
Yes.
And it's an amazing way to get, if you want to share more about that, but scientifically, you know, because
Yes.
clients are like, why are we doing erotic eating? You know, because in the couples session, they feed each other. And so we can help our healing system through sensorial mindful eating.
Yes.
It could be a form of meditation and helping you to focus within. And Andrea, I'd love it if you can share more about what you're going to be facilitating there and what the benefits are that people may not know.
Absolutely. You hit so beautifully on the point that the body has several different areas where we activate not only our voice, but our ability to cultivate sexuality, cultivate life force, cultivate eros. And so when we think about consuming, it's directly tied to our ability to feel and experience pleasure in our genitals. So by activating the mouth, activating the throat, bringing together all of the different tastes and textures and sensations when we're eating food, we ultimately allow that ease, that regulation to drop all the way down our spine into our sacral chakra and root chakra. And if we can eat a really delicious meal in our embodied and regulated state, we can definitely shift. Yes! And you have the mango. Oh, mango's my favorite fruit. Yes! Oh my goodness.
So what's the good thing about licking, everyone? We have all these sensory nerves on the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And if I touch something and it feels good, my genitals benefit from this.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
And the lips have so many sensory nerves for pleasure.
Mm-hmm. You go for it. Yeah.
So like as I'm doing that, I'm feeling it down in my
Yes.
coochie. And I highly recommend people, you don't even have to wait for Saturday. Get yourself ready. Go get a mango today.
Mm-hmm.
Get a strawberry. This way it's not something that you're like, oh my God, it's my first time. Then you can enjoy Andrea's class even more. Andrea's experience. So that's another thing, actually. They're not classes, they're experiences. So I'm gonna definitely be like sitting in the front seat of your experience. Where this is the energy of what we're bringing. Like I'm purposefully doing this, people, because somebody might have it in their head like, oh my God, I can't go to this. That's going to be embarrassing. So I will be there to make sure you feel really comfortable.
100%. All of us.
And so will Andrea. Well, this is what I'm saying. And so will Lucia and Katrine and Ricky and everybody. So it's kind of like we're taking it to this place that you've never probably experienced before, but then you come out of it and you're like, that was the best ride ever. So that's pretty much what Turn On Miami to me, at least for my first time, Lucia, when I became friends with the vlogger. And if I did, you can too. So men, women, couples, especially, this is such a beautiful date night experience. Join us June 3rd, Saturday. At 8 p.m. we're going to start, and you can get your tickets at my Instagram bio link and follow. I'm going to tag you both and learn more about I'm going to tag all the people at Inhale Miami and just start to follow all these amazing practitioners. If you want to learn more about Tantra, Kink, BDSM, erotic eating, all these amazing different specialties. And Lucia, thank you so much for bringing us all together. You're such a badass.
Yes.
I love you. Andrea,
Welcome, ladies. Welcome. My pleasure.
Is there
Thank
any
you.
closing comments before we close here?
Well,
I think we're
Turn
bringing
Miami.
sacred sexuality to the mainstream in a safe container, luxurious, decadent. If you're wanting a taste of it, don't self-sabotage. Bring yourself there. We take care of the rest. Trust us. We got you.
It's such a juicy experience.
Oh,
Oh boy. Now I had to go buy my mango, Michelle. I'm actually going food shopping with the whole family. Now we have to have mango, everyone.
I can't wait to feed you all.
All right. Love you. Thank you for joining
Thank you,
us.
both of you. I love you so much. Comment, let us know any questions. We're here for you. See you at Turn On Miami Saturday.
Bye.
Mwah.